Okay, what's going on? Time for more zine reviews. I'm gonna start by reviewing You. Ever seen this? Okay, so You, I think, is out of Australia, possibly Melbourne. It's like all these. It's always like a paper bag that's like taped shut, and then like you open it up, and there's like a handwritten letter inside. I don't know how they distribute this all over the world. I don't know if this is one person or a group. I really don't know anything about it. It's sort of fluxus in that way because it's sort of just when you go to like a comic book store, this will be sitting at the door on your way out for free and things. Whoever does these, keep doing them. They're really, it's like a weird little spice of life, and I enjoy them. I don't know how to get these other than go to a place that has zines, and hopefully this is free somewhere in the free pile. Pictures of my kids with Nietzsche quotes. Friedrich Nietzsche, I believe it's Nietzsche, it might be Nietzsche, I think it's Nietzsche, German philosopher from the 1800s who did not believe in God. He thought that society was sort of like stupid. Lots of quotes that are funny. Not really funny. They're funny because he puts them with pictures of his kids, right? So it's cute pictures of his kids with like, you know, what can everyone do? Praise and blame. This is human virtues. This is human madness. Like, I don't know, like all these quotes about how God doesn't exist with like pictures of Mike's super cute kids. I don't know how to get this. You can email Mike, I guess. He did this like a year ago. It's awesome and funny, and I like it a lot. Good job, Mike. Late on the review, but I like it. Kiss Off zine 14. Chris Landry lives in Toronto, and this is like a zines. It's like a zinster's zine. It's like a zine. All right, what do I mean by that? Okay, well, it's pocket-sized. He does that photocopying thing that makes it all like little tiny dots. He uses typewriter or typewriter font at least to pretend that it's a typewriter. He has stories about riding bikes. He has stories about going to punk shows and art shows. Story about getting a bad haircut. Lots of observational zine writing. Like, I went out and here are my experiences of being out in the world, and here's the people that I met, etc., etc. In certain ways, it's like basic zine, but that's not a bad thing at all. It's a good thing. You read one page, you turn and want to read the next page and find out about Chris's life. A good zine from Canada. Get it. I don't know how much. $2? $2 seems fair. I love bad movies. I'd seen this like around on, you know, websites and things for a while. There's a few issues out. I believe each issue has like a different theme, and the theme of this one is children's movies, I believe. So we have, there's a look at how many movies they review. Sidekicks, The Apple Dumpling Gang, Mac and Me, that weird movie about the alien, if you remember that. Garbage Pail Kids movies, Masters of the Universe, which was a live-action He-Man movie. That's pretty terrible and awesome. My favorite, the Buttercream Gang. Oh my god, they reviewed the Buttercream Gang. As me and Kelly Short and Queer know, the Buttercream Gang is like one of the best stupid movies ever. So I love bad movies. There's a whole bunch of different writers, some of whom are very well known and professional writers. I think someone that writes for The Daily Show did a review in here or something. It's just like one movie after another, one movie review after another. All the reviews are very well written. It's a professionally, you know, seeming layout, you know, with pictures of each movie. It's, if you love bad movies, you'll probably love this zine because it talks about what makes a good bad movie, if that makes sense, the so bad it's good thing. My only complaint about this, well, I love the cover. Let me say, first of all, I love the cover. And the cover of every issue is awesome. My only complaint about this, it's a little bit thick. It's a lot. It's a lot of bad movies. So for me, I couldn't just sit down and read the whole thing. I read some. I'd read 1 or 2 reviews. Like how many, you can't read 30 freaking reviews in a row. You're just going to want to die. So I would read like a couple reviews, and then like the next week I'd read a couple more. So it took me a while to get through it. Oh my god, look at that Garbage Pail Kids movie. It's a good zine. It doesn't need to be this thick, but it's a good zine. I think this was, I'll look it up and post how much it was. Okay, my last zine for review. Star Trek: The Next Generation. Oh my god, I love Star Trek so much. Okay, this zine is from the perspective of Joshua Chapman, May 15th, 1990, grade 7. Okay. A Field Guide to the Aliens of Star Trek. Issue 1, Issue 2. He writes about the aliens of Star Trek. Okay. So what would a 7th grader think about the aliens of Star Trek? Okay. For example, talking about Betazoids, Counselor Troy. The big deal with Betazoids is that they are psychic, which seems like it would make them cool, but they are mostly just annoying. Counselor Troy is half Betazoid, which means she can sense emotions, but mostly she just says things that everyone already knows. Plus, she is really weak and spends a lot of time looking like she has a headache. Half the time it is like she is about to start crying. I don't know how the other people on the ship can deal with it. Her mom is full Betazoid, and she is really annoying and pushy. There might be other Betazoids out there who are not annoying and use their powers in interesting ways, but if so, we don't see them. If you watch Star Trek, you know that that's hilarious. Talks about Data, talks about Klingons, talks about Ferengi, talks about Vulcans, talks about all the different ones. The first issue is a little bit thicker and handwritten with pictures from Star Trek. The second issue is not quite as thick and is like old school typewriter written in that old font. If you don't watch Star Trek, you may or may not find this funny. If you do, if you've even seen like 2 episodes of Star Trek, you will freaking love this. A++. Okay, that's it. Thank you.